Today I'm going to show you guys several different options for pull-ups you can do at home to add in some variety and just make your training a little bit more fun and get rid of some of those overuse injuries you can get from doing too many pull-ups on a straight bar. So let's get into it. Now most people think of pull-up bars, they think of just your standard pull-up bar like this one here. I know I kind of got a lot of stuff around it, but this one just lag bolts into the wall. There's different variations that can come down from the ceiling or some that can just fit and adapt to your doorway. I'll go over a couple different types I'd recommend at the end of this video, but just your standard pull-up bar is great for doing regular pull-ups, overhand like this, or doing underhand chin-ups like that. If I didn't have this little custom attachment on here, I could also do commando pull-ups. I can probably do them somehow on here and just show you guys what that's like. That would be going up and to the side. And if you just had a single bar, I would just hold like this and you can go up to the sides. I built this little neutral grip attachment on here, so I can't do that without hitting my head. But this one is just a standard Titan Fitness pull-up bar. It has 3 big lag bolts that lag into the wall, that screw into the wall on each side. This one ran me about $100, and it's definitely a nice piece. It's overbuilt. One thing that's awesome about it is it's really big. So, I mean, I can hang my rope attachment on here. I can hang some bands and stuff from it. I have ab straps hanging from here. I have gymnastics rings hanging from here. All of this stuff on here, and I still can store it all. I don't have to constantly take these rings out and hook them up to my pull-up bar. I can just move them off to the side. So that's really convenient to use. I wish I would have went with a different one. I'll show you that in a little bit, but I built on a wood attachment on here so that I could do neutral grip pull-ups like that. I just grabbed a dowel rod from Menards and then just some lumber, some zip ties to hold it on there, and some lag bolts to screw them in. So that's kind of a cool setup. And if you're looking into getting pull-up stuff, I'm going to show you some gymnastics rings and other options you can do too. But wood is super nice because unlike the powder-coated steel or the stainless steel, where if your hands get sweaty, you can slip. Some pull-up bars have knurling on it to kind of help with that. But when your hands get sweaty, they slip off the bar fairly easily. And if you have wood, that sweat kind of almost gets you a better grip on the wood. So wood is definitely a good tool to have when you're doing pull-ups. So this is just your standard pull-up bar. Again, Titan Fitness, $100. The best thing about it is that it's big. I guess if you have a really small space, that would be kind of a downside. But if you have plenty of room, the big one is really nice, like I said, to have just a bunch of accessories on it and easy to reach. And as long as you don't mind drilling big holes in your wall into the studs, this would be a good one to get here. So another option here, the best place to put these holds would be somewhere by a doorway, because if you just put them right into the wall, you'd just be hanging into the wall and you couldn't really, like your feet would be dragging along the wall when you're doing it. I don't remember what brand these are, and I just looked on Amazon through like 10 pages and I can't find them, but I found some wooden ones which will probably be even better. I'll show you those at the end. But these are just like some climbing holds here, so different areas. You can put 2 fingers in here, and that's super challenging. I can't even hold on to that. That's like advanced climber stuff. 3 fingers, I can do that for a little bit. 4 fingers here, and then on the top you can get all 4 fingers and the thumb on the side, and then you can do pull-ups with these, and that really adds some extra grip for fingers in there. So that's kind of a cool, unique variation to strengthen your fingers a little bit. These things are not very expensive. I think they're around $30, and I just got them in the basement closet here, just on this big baseboard. They screw in there. They also come with some strings on them, so you could hang them from the ceiling as well, and they could move back and forth. But that's a good option for fingertip strengthening. All right, now here's where the really fun stuff is. So I have some Rogue Fitness gymnastics rings here. Pretty good quality gymnastics rings. They're about $50. I probably would actually go with some different ones. Not that I have anything against Rogue, but I would go for wood ones. And Rogue does have wood ones also, but these straps are super long here. You got to Velcro these, and they're definitely heavy duty. They're well built, but I will show you ones I would go with besides these. But to put these in, this is just the ceiling down here. These support beams across. I got a eyelet screw on there, big eyelet screw, screwed through there, bolted on this side, and then I just have a big carabiner there. And then obviously just put the straps on there. The really nice thing about the Gymnastics Rings is I can do pull-ups on these. I'm gonna set this down for a second. I can do pull-ups on these, and I can do several different grips, and these rotate freely, so I'm not fixed into one movement pattern. If I want to do pull-ups and I want to kind of rotate in on the way up and then out on the way down, I can do so. If you have any elbow issues or wrist issues with pull-ups, that just makes it a little bit more joint friendly. You can even do like single commando ones on here, so coming up like this. And then obviously it's kind of a pain with the Rogue ones. The other rings I'm going to recommend would be a little bit easier than this, but if I wanted to, I could lower these. I could do inverted rows with these, ring rows. I could do push-ups with them, almost touching the ground. I could do push-ups with my feet in them. There's several different things you can do with the rings. So that's a really cool, versatile way to do it. This is a Rogue Fitness climbing rope, and that's about 7 or 8 feet long. Again, eyelet screw up here, carabiner, got the rope through there. I don't remember exactly how much this rope was, but I found a cheaper option on Amazon too if you want to really do a budget option. But this one's really cool. You can technically climb it. Like if I was on my knees here, I could get down and climb. You know, it's not ideal. You'd probably want to do this outside on a tree, but you definitely can do it. But you can also just do staggered pull-ups on it, which is pretty challenging. So if I would, if you want to make it really hard, separate your hands quite a bit and then hold to this top one. If you want to make it a little easier, get your hands closer together. And then you could just have them right here too, right next to each other. It is definitely more challenging on the grip to hold this because you're just gonna slide down unless you're gripping it super hard. On a pull-up bar, you have to open your hands up to fall off. On this one, if you let loose at all, you just slide right down. So that's a cool one. I actually, in the future, want to get another one right here so I could do like, explosive rope pull-ups where you're basically climbing 2 ropes at a time and you're pulling and catching up at top. That would be a crazy grip strength workout, and obviously good lat, bicep pulling workout too. Okay, and then this kind of tucks up here in some of this duck stuff pretty easily. Next up, let's see, what are these? Dynamic. They're little like rubber pyramid holds. So I was doing these in the intro here. Hold on like this. The bottom's a little bit fatter, so that kind of prevents you from sliding off a little bit, but it's still quite challenging on the grip. And on this one too, just like the rings, you can easily rotate. You can do more chin up type pull-ups, or you can do more overhand pull-ups or neutral grip. So joint friendly on these. These are really cheap too. I think they were like 30 bucks. And then again, I just got the eyelet screws and carabiners, so don't think you need to have a pull-up bar. It'd be kind of hard to mount it anywhere down here. I mean, you could probably mount it along this wall here, but this duck stuff is in the way. So you could get a ceiling mounted bar, or just something quick and easy like this is really nice. A couple other ones I'll interchange once in a while. I actually made these with some rope And these are escape climbing holds. You can also use these. They just go upright like this. Is actually what they were made for. Doing pull-ups like this on there. And then I also, they come with one eyelet screw. I bought another one, put it in, put some rope on here so that I can basically use them like rings. But they're wooden. This one is, I think, an inch diameter. Pretty challenging. This one's like 1 3/4 diameter. This one's really a grip workout for holding on there. So I'll interchange these ones in sometimes too. Like I said, I really love the wood for the grip. And then you could do any type of dowel rod or something like that, closet dowel rod you could put in between the gymnastics rings. I'll do that sometimes. Otherwise, I got this big cardboard tube here, and this is like super sturdy tube. I got this with a fishing rod that's shipped to my house. So it's just really thick, hard cardboard. Like I could stomp on this thing and it'd probably break my foot before I break this box. So really cool thing you could do with this, or a dowel rod or anything else like that. Get your gymnastics rings, set it up there, and then this thing is super thick. So this is really a grip workout to do pull-ups on. Doing just regular ones like that, I can barely do one without falling off. But you can also do commando ones like this. And these are what I mostly do with this setup here. So you have to like two-toed sloth hold it like this. So that's really a workout for your forearms. Some other ones I've done on this too, which are really hard and they involve full body. I will do like pull up and then raise my leg up like that and then come back and do another. So when you're doing that, you're getting some hip flexor and ab work pulling that up, and you're also getting some static bicep and lat holds there, because I'm coming up, I'm holding the top position, and then I'm going vertical to horizontal, and when I'm going horizontal, I'm keeping my shoulder packed here, I'm keeping my bicep and my lat down, so that when I lift my body like this, if I just let it go, I'm gonna fall like this. So I have to hold like this, and then I have to keep it there while I pull that up. So I'm really working that static bicep and lat strength. I'm doing that, and obviously you would want to do the same amount on the other side, pulling that leg up, coming down. So there's just some demos for you. Actually, one more thing. If you go with just one of these, you won't really be able to do this that much, but occasionally I'll just throw in some fun little challenges or something like that. So I'll go like pull-ups, 1, 2, 3, come over, switch, 1, 2, 3, come over, 1, 2, 3. Getting tired, but doing a lot of pull-ups in this demo. Come over here, do it again. So you can kind of play around and just monkey in between the different grips. Obviously, anytime you're going from one hold to the other, to the other, to the other, every time you transition, there's a brief period where you're only holding on with one hand. So that really increases the grip demands on it. Just changing it every time puts more stress on that grip, and it just makes you more functional, more athletic. Letting go and re-grabbing with that grip. You got to re-grab super strong. So I'm getting winded just doing this. I've done a lot of pull-ups for this video here. So that's a really cool setup. I know a lot of you guys probably don't have quite as much room for all this stuff, but anything like that just makes it super fun. Good variety. You know, I'm getting my regular pull-ups, my neutral grips, my chin-ups. my commando grip, and then just doing a lot of them on the rings throughout the week as well, or the pyramid grips or the rope. Just constantly challenging the grip a little bit and varying up that movement pattern so you're not getting into the same grip all the time. And then for me and a lot of people I know that have done pull-ups, tons of pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, muscle-ups, anything like that, you eventually start to get some pain in the elbow right there. Just varying this up a lot, you can get rid of some of that elbow pain. Also, if you have elbow pain, getting some big rubber bands and doing some openings with them can get rid of that. So it's just awesome for variety, keeping it fresh, keeping you excited. I'm gonna go over a couple different recommendations for you guys right now, and then I'll end the video on that. All right, guys, I'm just gonna show you some different recommendations here on Amazon. I just screenshotted a bunch of stuff here. So this is my Titan Fitness pull-up bar, 113 bucks right now. If you want to go with just a regular pull-up bar, you could, but my top recommendation would actually be this one. It says yes for all, so the number 4, yes, number 4 all. This one has multiple different grips, so you won't have to go to Home Depot and buy, or Menards and buy a dowel rod and make your own neutral grip there. It'll already be in there. So that's a pretty cool variation, and it's $7 more than the Titan Fitness one. I really wish I went with this one, but I didn't, so it's a little too late for me. But you guys can get that one. I definitely recommend that. If you have an apartment or something, you can't drill into the walls, you do need a doorway one. I did a little bit of searching on Amazon for best reviews and ones that look the best, and this is one that's pretty inexpensive and just looks like a good setup. It's called Kaufam, I don't know, some knockoff Amazon brand, Kaufam, but this one looks pretty good. It's got really good reviews on it. It does have those neutral grips and the regular grip. My freaking cat is being crazy right now, sorry. It's got the neutral grips and the regular pull-up bar on there, so if you're gonna go with the doorway one, that's probably the one I would get. But if you want to research more, definitely feel free and go ahead. And then just some different variations here. Double circle wood gymnastics rings right here. These are the ones I would go with over the Rogue ones, actually, because they are wood, and if you can't notice, they have a carabiner on there. So instead of the Rogue ones where you just kind of got to eyeball it and put that whatever you call that thingy up and down the slider on there, these ones have carabiners and they have corresponding numbers on them, so you just click that carabiner into the next hole. My On-It ones are like that, and I was gonna recommend the On-It ones, but they're sold out right now. So, and these ones are probably cheaper than the On-It ones anyways. These are 55 bucks, so that's a good option for wood gymnastics rings. And then just some other cool handles I found on there. Like I said, I couldn't find those green plastic ones, but these are BG climbing boards like that. Similar idea, and actually I think the wood would probably be better. And these are 50 bucks, so they're a little expensive, but if you want to add some variation, get some finger training in there too, those are really good. Here's just some balls you can hang over the pull-up bar. That's a cool option too. I actually have some Rogue Fitness ones like this. I don't really use them that often, but that's a cool variation. And then there's some wood ones also. So again, the wood would be easier to grip, and these are about 30 bucks after tax, so not real expensive, but if you're buying tons of different holds, it could easily add up to a couple $100. And then here's a rope. This one is 10 feet long, 1.5 inches, manila. Don't go with the synthetic rope because that's coated with some kind of coating that is slippery. I have a couple of those. They're just 3-foot little whatever synthetic ropes, not the natural manila. They're synthetic and they're super slippery. So the manila one you definitely get a better grip on. They do shed a little bit, but it's not usually a problem. You can vacuum that up or sweep it up or whatever, and they don't shed a whole lot. It's once in a while they will shed a little bit though. So this is yes for all again. Yes, the number 4 all. 10-foot rope, 35 bucks. So pretty inexpensive if you want to hang a rope. And like I said, you can do a little bit of climbing with it, or you can just do rope hold pull-ups, or you can get 2 of them and do some really cool stuff with it. So I think that's pretty much all of them I wanted to show you guys. Yep. So if you have any questions on pull-ups in general or any of this stuff, any equipment recommendations for me, just leave a question in the comments below. I'll try to answer those for you guys as soon as possible, and hopefully I steer you in the right direction and you can get some cool, fun, varied pull-up workouts for your routine at home and be on the process of getting stronger. Pull-ups are one of the best body weight movements you can do, and they're one of the best tests for relative strength. So your strength to your body weight ratio. Pull-ups are one of the best tests for that. So highly recommend people do pull-ups. They're easy, you can do them anywhere. I know it requires some building up of strength to get to them, but anybody can do pull-ups with enough training. So stay tuned to this channel for some more gear reviews. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.